We saw the videos.
Follow directions.
Step by step.
This is
Gave it a shot. Today we are going to try double stuffed sheet.
Yeah. Double stuffed sheet pan pizza.
Sheet pan pizza. Sorry, Liam's interrupting me. So, double stuffed sheet pan pizza. I saved this video a little over a month ago, and I've been waiting to try it. It sounds very good.
Yeah, I think it should be good.
It's a new dough recipe. I've never used this dough recipe itself, but I have high anticipations. We love anything with cheese, so even if it's terrible, it should still be good.
Yeah, double stuffed pizza or stuffed crust pizza is always good. So I don't think there's gonna be a problem.
Hopefully, it turns out good. 1 cup of very warm water. 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 package of active dry yeast. We buy our yeast in bulk, so that equals to 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. Got to give that sugar in there for something to eat. Then we stir it with a fork. Get it all mixed up, and we let it bloom.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
We got our bloomed yeast.
Our yeast is bloomed.
Want to see it? Let's see it just like the video.
3 cups of flour. And it doesn't show it in the video, but in the recipe you got 1 teaspoon of optional salt. All right. And I need an extra set of hands holding my bowl like in the video, Brian. Oh. Do. Not coming together as easily as in the video with just 1 cup of water.
All that salt.
It absorbed all the water. Alright, let's get our hands in there.
You need some extra water.
Normally we want to do it just like the video, but all that
doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
Look at all the I don't think I'm gonna.
You're a baker, you know what.
We're gonna need some extra. We need some extra moisture here. Toss it out on the counter. Give me a little water in this cup, would ya? It sucks is at this point it sucks to add water. It's easier to add flour, and it's not like we're in a dry time frame of the year either, so be wary. You may need to maybe instead of increasing your water, don't follow the recipe exactly when you're adding your flour.
Here's our little baker here. Working the dough.
It looks like it's just about done. So Liam, do you think it looks done? It's definitely still too stiff. I would definitely recommend not following the directions completely, and do not just straight add 3 cups of flour into your dough like in the video. You're going to have to start with probably maybe 2 1/2.
Yeah.
And we'll see if you need that rest, but from the looks of it, you probably won't even need the rest of it, because I would definitely. This is still too stiff even after I added some water, but I can't go back and add too much. He's doing a pretty good job with his punching it down and stuff here.
Fold it.
You gotta fold it. Yeah, good job. Show him how to knead your dough, Liam. It takes a lot of muscles.
Yeah, takes a lot of muscles.
All right, so I'm gonna just knead it into a nice ball, a nice stiff ball. I hope this turns out okay, because this is really stiff.
Looks
Honey,
like the page.
Dad's recording it. All right, this is so stiff here. God.
It is.
All right, so we got our
do at this point.
Ball of dough. Gonna put some oil in my bowl here. My bottle says vegetable oil, but I filled it with canola oil. Doesn't matter what you use. Use any kind of oil you want. Just put it around the sides. Put your dough in upside down. Flip it over so it gets oil on both sides. And then we're going to cover it with a towel. Oops, like in the video. Normally I cover my doughs with plastic wrap, but video says just a towel, so. And
no, that's what they always say.
Rise an hour to an hour and a half. And we actually it's a little chilly in the house, so we turn the oven on and heat it up to like 145, and we're going to stick this in the oven since it's a little warmer in there. Alright, we'll be back. Here we go. It's kind of definitely doubled in size, so that was good. The top is not very soft. Alright, per my video, I need to sprinkle flour on the counter. But just kidding, because
we don't really need that.
we probably won't need it. Alright. Because remember, our dough was too dry. At least we got an oily side and we got a dry side. You can see it cracking. But it feels a lot better than it did. So I know it was really dry before, but after it rose, it definitely helped. It feels very yeasty. Or smells very yeasty. Alright, so let's just cut this into 4.
Kids are yelling.
Everybody knows the size. Just kidding. We don't cut it into 4. You're only supposed to cut it into 2. I don't know why in the video they have you cut it into 4. Because in the directions, it specifically says to cut it into 2. Alright, so we cut into 2. We take half of that. Push together. And I actually think to roll it out, I'm not going to use any flour. My thing feels pretty well. Alright, so I like that little bit of it stick to the counter just slightly. It helps me roll it out without it getting stuck everywhere. Kids are upstairs ready for bed, yelling. We're having a very late dinner. Alright. Anyway,
I get the close look.
Oh no! I ripped a hole. See that?
Uh-oh.
To be able to get it to fit my pan,
You gotta start over now.
it's gotta be thin. It's gotta be very thin, so get it a little more this way. Alright, so I got this here. I don't have as great a counter space. I'm gonna spray my pan. Gotta spray the pan. I don't know why. There's string in the string cheese in the shot where we're in the way. Wait, did you spray it good? No, you didn't. We sprayed one spot.
Okay.
Alright. Let's spray the pan with some cooking spray. Spray it good. We're trying to do what the video did, but the video was just kind of... It was just being silly. So, they have you roll up your dough on your rolling pin. Bam. Easy enough. That is a good way to transfer your dough, except when you don't flour your dough. Blah, blah, blah. It got a little stuck. Okay, now I'm stuck to the counter. Wait, which way did I go?
That's right.
Is that the wrong way? It's long enough. It's supposed to be up over my edges. Ah! Okay, so
Let's see.
I'm going to pull this up over the edges and fix my little holes, because I definitely need to fix these holes, because this is my bottom. And cheese is going to leak through. Ah! My hole keeps coming out. Got it?
Okay.
Alright, I fixed my hole the best I can. It keeps forming. Alright, now 2 cups mozzarella cheese. We have actually a mozzarella provolone mix. It's just making it more delicious. That's actually a very, very good amount of cheese for our centerpiece here. Alright, kind of spread that out evenly. Stuck between 2 crusts, it's not gonna
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
spread out very well on its own though.
I think it would.
Alright, so I already got my other piece of dough rolled up. And I'm gonna put it on my rolling pin, transfer it over, and it happened again. It got weird on the sides. Alright, so spread this out. Wonder if it has to do with the fact that it was a little crusty on top. Cheese escaped! Alright. Just gonna kind of make it fit. It's definitely not as easy as the video.
Yeah.
Alright, so
how many takes did they need?
I'm gonna make it fit, pull my edges out a little here. I need it to stretch over the edge to be able to go around our cheese. And we measured the length we need. We got 3 this way. They have to be touching. I pre-measured what we needed for our cheese, basically. And then we split another one for the other direction. And I pull up and around. Oh no, I sprung a hole already. Okay. You're not tucking it. It's got to be tucked.
All right.
That's why I don't.
You're the one with 2 hands.
I don't have quite enough dough. It's hard to wrap around because it didn't stretch as well as it should have. I can still feel the stiffness of the dough. Okay. I keep finding loose cheese. Alright, now it has us crimping around the edges with a fork. Oh gosh, we have a really big leak here. Hopefully that's okay. We have a hole. It's not the first time I've made a stuffed crust pizza. It is the first time I've made a rectangular stuffed crust pizza. Those corners are a little tricky, especially with a very stiff dough. So I'm going to drizzle some just a little olive oil on it here. Take my pastry brush and
get all of it.
Make sure I brush the whole thing with olive oil.
Even the edges.
Yep. Even my hole right there. And our kids are supposed to be upstairs going to sleep for bed for school tomorrow, and I hear them singing. Alright, I got a pool of olive oil right there. Alright, and sprinkle with salt and pepper to taste. We can't really say to taste. Thanks, Viddy. Directions. I'm not gonna taste it. We like pepper though, so. Want some pepper? Want some pepper, please? Good amount, especially. This looks good to me. This is the part that really caught my eye. The olive oil, salt, and pepper. Alright, so we are gonna pop this in a 450-degree oven for 20 minutes. I feel like that's a long time. So let's go with 10 or 12 and we'll check it, because that is a long time.
Yeah.
Especially as thin as our dough was. Ooh, it's preheated and ready to go. Ready?
Yeah.
Alright, checking it after 12 minutes. Ah! It blew up! Holy crap! Alright, the cheese is definitely not melted yet, but I gotta stab it with my fork. If I don't, it's gonna...
Release some pressure.
If I don't, it's gonna crisp up there, and we're never gonna be able to put toppings on it. Alright, well, that's what happens when that part was airtight. Get some air out of there, come on. Our cheese in the crust isn't quite melted. This popped up too. Get down. My pot holder, smush. This is how I cook. I just smush stuff. Oh look, that worked very well actually.
Yeah.
All right, let's look up. All right, the underneath is still okay. I think we could go a few more minutes. I don't recommend the 20 minutes because I don't want the bottom burned. There's nothing I hate more than I have a pizza with a burnt bottom crust. All right, let's go like 4 more minutes.
Okay.
All right, we had it in about 16 minutes. I'm gonna definitely. Oh crap! It's really brown on top. I only put it in another
up again.
4.
She's just starting to...
Oh my God! Look, the bottom is completely cooked. Okay, this was only 16 minutes. If I let this go another 4, I wouldn't be able to put that back in the oven, man. Oh, hear that swoosh?
It's hissing.
That swish of air. Let's see here. I'll just push all the air out. All right. It says, quickly top your pizza. So, got my sauce. Just quickly. I feel like we're gonna want some sauce maybe to dip in on the side here. Awesome.
Oh, it's cheese.
This
so
is
you gotta have something to dip it in.
Now, this says this is to serve 2 people in the recipe. So, alright, we got lots of cheese in there. Now let's get our lots of cheese on there. I like to take it to the edge, kind of the edge of our crust.
We're cheese people.
Cheese.
Can't help it.
Cheese. We're just topping it with the same provolone mozzarella mix. Good thing we're not. A lot of times we freeze our cheese and we'll just throw our frozen cheese on stuff that goes in the oven. But seeing as how well done the bottom of this already is, glad we don't have to wait for our cheese to cook very thoroughly.
Yeah.
Alright, I chopped up some fresh basil also.
Just like the recipe.
Just like the recipe. I feel like it's very strong. I don't want to use... You want me to use it all?
No, whatever you want.
Bam! Alright. Of course we gotta put pepperoni. Oh wait, we forgot to half it. Alright, we're gonna... Oh no! I took over your half a little. I'm gonna push that over. Just kidding. And a pepperoni. I got a lot of pepperoni. That one hit your face, a pepperoni. Who am I kidding? I like consistency. Pepperoni.
OCD.
No, that way we get an equal amount of pepperoni in every bite. Makes sense. We can play the pepperoni game later. Oh, there's pepperoni on the floor. I think that's your fault. It's not my fault. How could that be my fault? Alright, we got some green bell peppers that are pre-chopped. They're a little crispy because they were in the freezer.
Frozen?
Which kind of makes me... Or frozen, yeah. Which makes me want... because this isn't going to be in the oven very long, so... Let's go light on these just in case they don't cook very well. And I discovered recently that I have an affliction for banana pepper. So does Liam. We like banana peppers. I'm putting some on your side too, okay?
Alright.
I pulled too many out of the jar. A banana pepper's another. Alright, now it says to put these back in the oven for another 15 minutes. Well, I prefer to not have a black burnt crust. So let's try 8 and keep our fingers crossed that I don't have a black crust. We're going to have to take this out before the toppings are very well cooked because that crust is already pretty well cooked. Alright, so I had Brian turn it on broil with the hopes that we would not burn the bottom of the crust, which looks okay. If we would have had it on regular, I think the bottom would have burnt. And it was only in there a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got a little dark. The smoke detector just started going off. So, hopefully, it sucks. There's so much cheese in there. Hopefully it'll taste good. Maybe we should brush these edges with some butter or something.
Yeah.
Might give it a taste. Alright, we used a pastry brush with some butter on the edges. And we sprinkled some French fry seasoning on it. I know that sounds weird, but it's actually very delicious on pizza. Oh my god. I don't have a cutting mat anymore. Ours weren't in the oven, so I have to use the back of this other pan. It's definitely steamy. Oh god. Okay, and there's also a discrepancy in the recipe. The recipe said to cook it for 15 minutes after you put the toppings on. The video said 10. So either way, it was too long because it shouldn't have been in the oven as long as it was the first time.
Steve.
And we should have poked it with a fork before it went into the oven the first time too. The bottom is just done. If we wouldn't have switched it to broil and burnt the top, we would have burnt the bottom. But I guess the top being burnt is better than the bottom. This side's the worst. This piece isn't so
I don't
good.
mind the burnt.
Okay, you eat that side. Alright, we're going to plate this up and we'll try it when it's cool in a few minutes.
So I'll just take this and
That's the lightest one. What are you doing? I don't like burnt stuff.
Look, smack my hand.
Oh wait, which piece? Which piece? Get away from that. That's my piece. I'll take the lightest pieces. Wait, am I supposed to get some cheesy goodness when I pick that up? Ooh, you see that string?
Some would say that's how you know it's good, but I don't believe it.
That's amore. That's a queso amore. I got Italian and Spanish going on there. You see that? It's a queso amore. Cheesy love right there. You want burnt piece? You okay with that?
Yeah, fine.
How many pieces you want?
2.
2 pieces. That's a queso amore. We're gonna eat it with a fork. And maybe some extra pizza sauce to dip this crunchy crust in.
But we have to test it.
Yeah, it's too hot. We have to wait a few minutes though.
Okay. Okay. We'll wait.
Okay. It is late. It is after 10 o'clock. I'm very tired right now. But I had to go to the store to get my ingredients. And by the time we started this, it was 7. We started at 7. And we only delayed for just a little bit when to put the kids to bed. And so this was kind of a long process to make. So, you definitely got to start this a little early. Let's see. I'm just going to try to eat it with a fork. But because I have the double layer crust, I think I
I don't think that's going to work.
I can't get it. I know. No. I really can't tell that there's cheese between my crust layers. Let's see if we can see it. I can see it a little. Can you see it in there?
Not on the camera, but
On the camera. I can see the cheese
We know
a
it's
little in there. I can't really taste it. Let me try the crust part. It's crunchy. Not bad. Let's have you try yours and then we'll rate it. Where's yours? You're gonna eat my not burnt stuff. Oh. Whatever. What? You can try mine.
no, it's fine.
Brian's gonna try his burnt piece.
A little thick.
I could kind of tell there's cheese in there. Mine's a little bit more defined.
Oh yeah, I can see it really well. It looks like a grilled cheese sandwich right there.
Crust. Get some that has cheese.
He has the crunchy burnt piece. We have to be a little quiet because the kids are in bed. How's that crunchy burnt piece for you? Does it taste burnt or is it okay? Alright, so what? I mean, it's pizza. Pizza's good. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
No, it's good.
So taste, I'm thinking it's good. It's not amazing. I'm thinking 7, 7.5. I think taste depends on your toppings. So,
the actual part of the pizza.
Yeah, the crust, there was definitely some issues with making it. The ease of making it was not like the video.
Yeah. The puffy crust and stuff.
Yeah, that was a problem. Having to, it said 9 by 13 pan, sheet pan. I'd get a very small sheet pan, and it definitely did not cover it very well. It stretched too far. And it was definitely too stiff of a dough. That's not our climate. That was definitely too stiff. I think it might have stretched better if it hadn't been so stiff.
Yeah.
I also feel like we should have covered it with plastic wrap to rise. Covered that bowl with plastic wrap and not just a towel, because it got a little hard on top with just the towel. So I maybe an 8 for maybe no 7.5 for taste.
Yeah.
And I give the ease of the making it due to
6.
the 6 really. I was thinking the length of the process maybe a 4.5 or 5 because it was a very long process.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, we started at 7, which was late to start,
yeah,
but
with the rising. Yeah.
but it's after 10 now, and I know dough has to rise. I make dough all the time. It's just it wasn't worth it for the trouble it gave me. It definitely gave me some trouble. I needed it by hand. I could have put it in the mixer. It would have been a little faster, but it's good. It tastes good. I mean, I could say you could recommend trying it. I would do some adjustments before you put it in the oven. The first time I would poke some holes with your fork in your crust to let some air out so it doesn't poof up like ours did. Definitely needs cut down on the first time in the oven. Like no more than 8 to 10 minutes for that first set, especially if you want your toppings to be nice and cooked. But
the way they they stretched those pieces that they had, where they had like 4 pieces, and they stretched it into a 9 by 13 pan.
There's no way we did not get half of that. And like I said, there was discrepancies between
double.
there was discrepancies between the recipe and the video, because the recipe says to cut it into 2 3-ounce pieces. I think it said 3 ounce. There's no way that chunk of dough that I had was 3 ounces. I got to double check that fact later, because that was that doesn't seem right. But there was some discrepancies back and forth. And like, I mean, I know they're not going to show you kneading in the video, but in the video they showed you mixing it with a wooden spoon, pushing it together with your hands, and immediately putting it in the bowl. But no, you have a good amount of kneading time there. All right, so there you have it. Our double stuffed sheet pan pizza.